Chapter 1. Your skill alone is not nearly enough to run a business successfully. The fact that you have a particular skill doesn't guarantee success in that field of business. Example, being a great baker doesn't mean you'll excel in the food industry. As hard as this pill is to swallow, it is the truth. Many people have gone into business thinking that their technical knowledge alone is enough to make them successful. Little wonder many businesses end up being disasters. To live through an impossible situation, you don't need the reflexes of a Grand Prix driver, the muscles of Hercules, the mind of an Einstein. You simply need to know what to do. Anthony Greenbank. Since 1977, mith worldwide has helped over 25,000 business owners gain their footing through the use of the business development process taught in the mith Mastery program. Here, Michael Gerber broke down these processes to their simplest forms. Your business is nothing more than a reflection of who you are, and this summary aims to prove that. Keep reading to find out how you can build a system that works and one that can be a blueprint for others to follow. Did you know at least 40% of people who start a business in the United States of America fail in their first year, and within 5 years, 80% of them will have failed? Chapter 2. You don't need to have it all figured out in the beginning. Few business owners start as real entrepreneurs. The myth that small businesses are started by entrepreneurs is not only prevalent, it is also a misunderstanding that has wreaked a lot of havoc. Typical entrepreneurs who bravely defy impossible odds and face challenges head-on in a bid to create a business of their own are very rare. Many businesses are born out of an entrepreneurial seizure. This happens when, for some reason, you decide to start a business one day. You begin to think of the different ways you can make your business work. In this period of your entrepreneurial seizure, you believe that if you understand the technical work of a business, then you fully understand the business. This is a fatal assumption and a root cause of many business failures. This is what makes you open up a shop to sell that skill you have mastered. But it can be a problem because there are many more things you do not know how to do that are essential to the success of your business. When you suffer from an entrepreneurial seizure, you take the work you love to do and turn it into a job. Instead of enjoying it, you begin to see it as a chore. You move from exhilaration to terror. Then you become exhausted. And then finally, you despair because nothing seems to be working out. Everyone who goes into business is 3 people in one: the entrepreneur, the manager, and the technician. Each of these personalities wants to be the boss and so try to gain the spotlight. Many times, when you have a problem keeping commitments to yourself, it doesn't mean you are unreliable or indecisive. It just means that each person has different personalities with different interests. For an entrepreneur, it's a battle between 3 distinct personalities: the manager, the technician, and the entrepreneur. Unfortunately, none of them can win this battle because of the differences in the 3 personalities. The entrepreneur. This is the visionary personality, the energy behind every activity. The entrepreneur is creative and needs control. Without the entrepreneur, there would be no innovation. The manager. The manager has a pragmatic personality. As the master planner, the manager ensures that everything is in place. The technician. The technician is the doer. The technician lives in the present and sees to it that everything that needs to be done is done at the right time and done properly. These 3 personalities ideally should be in a beneficial relationship, but the reverse is usually the case. They view each other as a problem in their workflow and blame each other for mistakes. Everyone has these 3 personalities which make up a competent business owner if they are perfectly balanced. A typical business owner is only 10% entrepreneur, 20% manager, and 70% technician. This puts the technician in charge of everything. Thus, in the course of life, one man acquires many personal qualities, many personages, many I's, because each speaking for itself independently of the other says I, me, when it appears. Gene Vasey. Chapter 3. You grow the most when you leave your comfort zone and explore possibilities. Businesses evolve over time, and with growth comes change. But many business owners do not allow their businesses to grow based on what they need. Instead, they operate based on what they want. A business passes through 3 stages: infancy, adolescence, and maturity. In infancy, as the technician, you devote a lot of hours to work. You are consumed by work and everything it takes to make things work. During infancy, you're the master juggler, trying to keep everything in motion. At the beginning of this stage, there's no clear distinction between you and your business. But soon, your work begins to pay off, and you start retaining customers. But then, it begins to change subtly after a while. With all the work you're doing, you begin to lose track of some important tasks. Infancy ends when you realize that the business cannot continue to operate the way it has been. You need to change a few things. The purpose of going into business is to get free of a job so you can create jobs for other people and expand beyond your existing horizons. Being the technician in your business robs you of this opportunity. When business owners realize this, many of them end their business. The ones who decide to continue move on to adolescence. If your business depends solely on you, you don't have a business. You have a job that's going to end badly. Michael Gerber. The adolescent stage begins after a crisis in the infancy stage. This is when you employ people to handle the accounting, sales, or even production. At this stage, you begin to leave everything to the employee you hired and take longer breaks doing what you love. This can backfire because now your employee is doing all the things you hate to do and might pour this frustration out on your customers. This is the point where you need to be an entrepreneur and a manager. This is because if you leave your technician personality to it, you will never stop doing the work. Usually, there are 3 courses of action to take when you start to notice that your employees are not handling tasks properly. Getting small again. This means you go back to handling everything yourself. Going for broke. This means that your business keeps growing faster till it self-destructs. Adolescent survival. You put everything you have into the business, so you don't lose it. You spend hours at work until you have no strength left. None of these 3 options has to happen if you plan ahead and take precautionary steps. When you are a technician with a business, you are at a high risk of failing at it.
You've hit a daily streak by completing 3 key points. Great job!
Chapter 4. Your business is a representation of your beliefs and efforts. The 3rd phase of a company's growth is maturity. A mature business has knowledge of how it got to where it is now and where it wants to be in the future. The technician dwells in the present, whereas the entrepreneur thinks of the future and how the company's vision can stand the test of time. If you want to work in a business, get a job in somebody else's business, but don't work on your own, because while you're working, you're missing out on the important work that can move your life forward. Michael Gerber. The entrepreneurial model is a model of business that fulfills the perceived needs of a specific segment of customers innovatively. It focuses on the how, not the what, of a business. The entrepreneur, manager, and technician need to find their natural place within the business model to work. In 1952, Ray Kroc, a 52-year-old salesman, walked into a hamburger stand in California to sell a milkshake machine. He watched as young workers sold hamburgers efficiently. He spoke to the McDonald brothers, and they let him franchise their method. 12 years and millions of hamburgers later, he bought them out and created the largest retail food distribution system in the world. The secret of Ray Kroc's McDonald's is the business format franchise. This franchise has revolutionized American business. The business format franchise lends its name to and provides the franchisee with an entire system for doing business. This is referred to as turnkey revolution. This revolution refutes the belief that the success of a business lies in the products it sells. The business format franchise has accounted for the growth in the franchise world because it is built on the belief that the true product of a business is not what it sells, but how it sells it. McDonald's product wasn't the hamburgers, but McDonald's itself. Ray Kroc realized this and strived to create a business that was systems dependent and could work without him. You are a different entity from your business. Learning to separate one from the other is the true test of your entrepreneurial skills. Did you know less than 5% of franchise-owned businesses fail annually? Chapter 5. Your ideas can solve problems only when you keep trying them till you find the perfect one. The franchise prototype is the working model of your dream. It puts ideas to the test before it is made operational in the business. In the franchise prototype, the system becomes the solution to the problems that have beset all businesses because it integrates all the elements required to make a business work. At McDonald's, everything was first tested by prototype. The fries, meat, patties, and hamburgers were set at different cooking times. Discipline, standardization, and cleanliness were the watchword, and Ray Kroc was determined to satisfy customers even if they didn't spend a lot of money. Franchisees were sent through a rigorous training program before being allowed to operate the franchise. There, they are taught how to run a system that satisfies customers every single time. Once the franchisee learns the system, he is given the key to his own business, hence the name turnkey operation constantly breathing down their necks. In the franchise prototype, the system becomes the solution to the problems that have beset all businesses and human organizations since time immemorial. Michael Gerber. The franchisee prototype ensures that every problem is thought through, and the franchisee just manages the system. The entrepreneur gets a medium to communicate his vision to the real world. The technician is free to do the work he loves, and the manager can gain the order and predictability that he likes. Your business should serve your life and not the other way around, as is evident in the way most people live these days. This is where the franchise prototype works. Working on your business rather than in your business becomes the central theme of your daily activity. You do this by pretending that your business is or will be the prototype for a lot more businesses just like it. If your business is going to serve as a model for over 1,000 other businesses, then you understand that there are rules to follow. Every business thrives on a value that they understand. Therefore, the model must provide consistent value to everyone. Having highly skilled people working for you will make your prototype difficult to replicate. They are also expensive to have on board. Instead, hire ordinary people and motivate them to do extraordinary things. In a world of chaos, many people crave order. Ensure your model will stand out as a place of perfect order. This shows that a structure they can trust is in place. All work in the model will be documented in operations manuals because without documentation, there's no structure. Documentation provides clarity for present and future employees. It is not sufficient for your business to look orderly. It must also act orderly. The model should provide a uniformly predictable service to the customer, as this builds loyalty to your brand. Marketing studies show that customers are moved to act by the colors and shapes found in the marketplace. Hence, your model should use a uniform color, dress, and facilities code. You should always think of how your business can stand alone, a different entity from you, the owner, and how your employees can do their work without you. The turnkey revolution provides a path to the development of an extraordinary business that operates on a balanced model. Chapter 6. Consistency means you care about your business enough to give it your best effort always. Building a prototype for your business is a continuous process called the business development process. For this to be successful, you have to be faithful to these foundational activities. Innovation. Instead of following the usual routine, think of something unique and implement it. Remember, your business is the product, and how the business interacts with the consumer is more important than what it sells. Innovation is the signature of your business that settles in the mind of your customer even when they leave your company. Creativity thinks up new things. Innovation does new things. Professor Theodore Levitt. Quantification. Innovation alone does nothing. It has to be quantified. The numbers have to show the impact that innovation makes. Many businesses are losing a lot because they do not practice quantification. Begin by attaching numbers to everything in your business. How many customers come into your company daily? How many products are sold? How many items are returned? This makes you know your stand and opens up new possibilities for you. Orchestration. Once you've found an innovation that works better than what you were operating on previously, it is time to eliminate choices and create a standard. Whatever is guaranteed to bring in the most profit and provide better customer experience, do it and forget other things. Once you've started these steps, you need to follow it through to give your customers a consistent experience. Make simple but effective changes because innovation should not be complicated. Instead, it should make things easier for you, your employees, and your customers. Chapter 7. Your business growth depends on how seamless you can make your customers' experience. People will only be interested in buying your business if it works. They'll want it to work without a lot of work, and you there to constantly monitor it. People buy feelings. How your business anticipates those feelings and satisfies them is your product. Michael Gerber. You need to have a strategy that allows you to convert your existing businesses into a model for other businesses just like it. This is the business development program, and it is composed of a few distinct steps. Your primary aim. All you need to do is live your life the way you want to be remembered. Without your primary aim, you won't know where to take the first step. Your strategic objective. Once you discover how you want your life to be, you can then begin the development of your strategic objective. This is a very clear statement of what your business has to do for you to achieve your primary aim. It is a product of your life plan as well as your business strategy and plan. Your strategic objective measures your progress toward a specific end and ensures that what you invest in is what you receive. The first standard that your strategic objective measures is the financial standard. You need to ask yourself how much it would take for you to live how you want. Your aim is to create a business that works and then sell it. The second standard consists of the opportunities that are worth pursuing. These are what can help you fulfill your financial standards. You will know an opportunity worth pursuing if it alleviates a frustration experienced by a large group of consumers. It also tells you what kind of business you are creating while it defines what your customers will be. There's no specific number of standards in your strategic objective. You only need to be sure of when your prototype will be completed, where and how you plan to do business, and what standards you're going to insist upon. Making plans for your business demands that you have courage to dream of a better outcome and try to bring it to life. Chapter 8. Every employee in your company should know their duties and their relevance to the set goals. Companies use different types of organization charts. Some companies organize around personalities rather than function, and the result is usually negative. Without an organization chart, everything depends on luck and good feelings, and these are not right for business success. The right thing to do is to make a list of all the positions required to make work go smoothly. After this, it is crucial that you create a contract for each position. This provides a sense of commitment and accountability. Proceed to fill the position with trusted employees. Even if you fill a position yourself, sign a position contract as if you were that employee. Unless you act like your employees, unless you work exactly how you want your employees to work, you will never be able to create a system for doing it exactly how you expect them to. Organizational development reflected in the organization chart can have a more profound impact on a small company than any other business development step. Gerber. You need a management system that is designed into your prototype to produce a marketing result. It is one that listens to the customer's needs and does whatever it takes to fulfill them. It took a visit to a hotel named Venetia for Gerber to understand how a company could operate a management system so seamlessly. The hotel had checklists for every single thing that could make a customer happy. They carefully identified the customer's preferences and tried as much as they could to make them comfortable. If you want something done, you have to create an environment where doing it is more important to your employees than not doing it. Your system, and not just the people you employ, will differentiate your business from others. Your employees will work according to whatever system you encourage. Chapter 9. Your customer always comes first when you need to market a product. Your marketing strategy revolves around your customer. Therefore, you need to forget about your preferences and focus on them. The world thus appears as a complicated tissue of events, in which connections of different kinds alternate or overlap and therefore determine the texture of the whole. Werner Heisenberg. Even though your customer views everything with their conscious mind, it is their unconscious mind that makes the decision. You need to know who your customer is before you can determine why they buy a product. Knowing this will build a system that satisfies their needs. You could share questionnaires to find out more information about your customers. Find out other brands they buy, and match them to the advertisements that sell them. This helps you gain an understanding of what moves your client to purchase things. The systems within your business should always be on the path of conscious improvement. A system is a set of things, actions, ideas, and information that interact with each other, and in so doing, alter other systems. Hard systems are inanimate things. Soft systems are either animate or ideas, and information systems are those that provide you with information about the interaction between the other two systems. The sign of your company, uniforms, and items on display are all part of your hard system. All the visual elements of your business and how they fit together is the hard system. Your ability to extract information about your customers from your businesses is what also helps you know them better and makes up the soft system. Every written or verbal communication with anyone who comes in contact with your business is also a soft system. You should ensure that everything that represents your business works together to send a powerful message about your products and services. Your customer's unconscious mind is full of expectations. You'll only be able to meet these expectations if you connect with a conscious part of them that is available to you. Conclusion. The gap between where your business is right now and where you want it to be represents the amount of work you need to put in. This gap is created by a lack of systems and is fueled by a lack of ingenuity in your business. This summary is not just one that tells you how to achieve success. It is one that calls you to action. If anything is going to change, you have to take the first step and champion that cause. If your business is going to experience a turnaround, You need to stand up and do something different. Create a world of your own that others would want to adopt because it is profitable. It's never too late to realize that your systems need to be changed. You're not just a technician. You're a manager and entrepreneur too. So if there's a time when you should begin, it is now. So many customers are relying on your business. When you hear something, you forget it. When you see something, you forget it. But not until you do something will you understand it. Michael Gerber. Try this. Prepare an organization chart that shows the various positions in your business. Also, prepare a contract for each of these positions. Get employees to sign the contracts according to the jobs you've assigned them.